Hello there, my name is Richard. The first time you see my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, so sup, computer random, and today we're going to talk about Primal Season 2, Episode 10, the final episode. This season, especially this episode, was sort of a shock, especially how everything sort of came up with, because the final episode is sort of surprising because you get to know a little bit more about Spear and Mira. I mean, the first intro of the whole episode, especially seeing how Spear's father was, who he is in the situation, how he died, that how Spear became sort of the man of his own family, in other words, because didn't have a choice, because his dad died right in front of him, protecting him. And also you see Mira, why she became sort of a slave, who she was, what happened to her husband, and sort of what happened to the whole tribe, they still alive or not, and understanding Spirit himself, because the man been sort of with pain when he was a birth, to his own family, to his father, to him right now. It's one of those like emotional sort of rides, because how beautiful, kind of wholesome, but all nihilistic kind of way. It's hard to describe if you're not seeing the final episode or seeing the whole season, because it's that sort of good. I think one of the most interesting thing is how Spear sort of feels after he actually leave Mira to his own tribe. He feels sort of empty. In fact, the whole episode make him sort of draw a sort of a small painting of this mirror of his sort of house that Mira sort of gave to him, in a way, I guess, if you want to interpret that. But you see his sort of pain, his emotion, that he's sort of missing something, even that he has sort of maybe a new wife to Mira. I guess in that sort of best describe the relationship, that he's willing to change just for her, really understand and evolve a next evolution, because you see his old man, he is, I think, the final stage of evolution of becoming less than an ape, becoming a man. And you see Spirit, that he is more a man than an ape, that you see that sort of kind of evolvement, that he had to keep pushing himself to become a better person, a better being, a better noble person to help others. And that is so wholesome and deep and interesting till everything got ruined, because the Viking warrior, he basically killed his son him because he's not leaving them off then, because a rule of Primal that you have to do what you need to survive, but you take vengeance for no reason, there is no purpose of vengeance, you get punished. Instead, he understanding this rule of the Viking, he made a deal with the sort of demon so he gets his own vengeance, and the Viking finally caught up with them. And that sort of transformation, that sort of almost feel like a metal heavy band cover art become like a music video without no music. This sort of intense battle that this Viking can transform to anything is almost reminds me of Aladdin, the final end of the first animated movie, that ending with Jafar and Aladdin. Like you've seen that final ending, you know what I mean. That sort of, you can't beat this guy, how he transformed, how many different stages he can transform. He can take down Spear. He also Fang, because Fang tried to stop them, but she got burned, and Spear just went all in because he was burned to death. So screw it, I take him with me. He did, and unfortunately Spear kind of failed and succeeded that he did defeat him, because Spear kind of did die, if you want to interpret that way, because after he finished him, the demon came back, took his soul. That sort of punishment, you got what you wanted, but what price? And that's a sort of interesting, because the Viking actually has so much to lose, because he still have more time to live, to do something. He chose not to. He deserved just to revenge. But Spear, when you saw him before the attack, he was happy, enjoyed, loving his life, even though he sort of battling himself. What is next? What is him to Mira? What is him with Spang and her kids? That's what's gonna happen next. That sort of unknown. That's sort of, I'm not sure I want to live like this, or I should live like this. It must feel like he was sort of feeling guilty to moving on till this Viking attacked. when he attacked, he sort of got almost what he wanted. Especially that sort of weird twist that Mira understood what he wanted. He wanted a child, he wants a family, and he actually gave it to him. But once more, he was basically taken dead. He's like completely burned like a hash brown, that she went on top of him to make love with him so he can make a child. You also have that sort of time gap that you see what happened to Fang and all his kids, and also Mira's new daughter, that's a daughter of Spear, that she actually grew up. So I'm guessing, if I interpret this right, that Spear actually did die. Next generation ruin the world, where her legacy will be. And that's sort of interesting. I mean, that's the thing I just love Primal, that sort of interpretation, sort of why this happened, does have a purpose or not. The only purpose you need is a purpose of living, what you are actually fighting for. If you're stuck in the past for vengeance like the Viking, you will get punished. If you Spear, accept it for your sort of scenario and just keep moving forward, you will get rewarded. And that is sort of interesting, deep, fun, and also the animation is just so great. I don't know if this season will get a third season, because let's face it, nobody really expecting Spear to actually die. Everyone was betting on Mirror or maybe Fang, not Spear. So this is sort of was a twist. So I'm guessing this is the end, or this has become sort of an anthology, because you can have the third season. You can follow Mirror's daughter, or AKA Spear's daughter also. Like, they could see she growing up, becoming like her father, finding more heroic but accidental, or something like that. I honestly don't know, because it's just so many words to describe Primal, especially the final episode. Of course, I had this one question: how do you feel if they do get a season 3 to follow Spear and Mirror's daughter? What she can do, what she can come up with, or and come back to actually fight her because of her father and mother? Who knows? But if it did, I don't mind continuing watching Spear to see her legacy, what she had to fight for, and that could be very funny, interesting, because I feel this is just the tip of the iceberg. Because this is a not narrative story, you can easily kill off the main lead over and over again to see what's the next story of this world, because this world is just interesting and fascinating to see sort of science, magic, and sort of caveman kind of see sort of situation to see what it can come up with. What it come up with. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. Sort of, I'm just overexcited to see what else has happened, because there was a lot of twists and turns you just don't expect. And I think this is the reason why I love this, their interpretation, and also the twist you just don't expect, and done well. You could do a twist, but of course it could be completely ruined, but done it right could be amazing, and Primal does this so well. Now, I have to end this, just one question: how you feel about Primal? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Type it down below, let me know. Honestly, I got nothing else to say, just thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.